really have unlimited potential? Is that true? Hey, it's Lenny Wennerstrom, and I am here to help you find your purpose. That's why we're here. Do. It's very exciting, isn't it? Okay, so September 25th, it is day 265. There are 97 days left in the year, and we are over 73% finished with 2024. There goes the truck. Pat, 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 pat with his diesel. Whee! Squeak, squeak. That sounds like a truck that we used to have when I was growing up. Everything was squeak, squeak. So, September 25th, living up to my potential is up to me. Doing great is my choice. So I never underestimate. Let me start all over. This is your passage for today. Oh, your passage is from, I'm Lenny Wennerstrom, and I read a passage in helping you find your purpose. One of the tools I use is Dr. Shad Helmstedter's book, 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk for Finding Your Purpose. It's a little beat up because we've been doing this since November 13th, I do believe the 13th, but we started all over for, we started on January 1 for the year because it's 365. Although Dr. Shad Helmstetter is awesome and amazing because he did 366. Why did he do 366 to account for the leap years? And today, this year is a leap year. So here is your passage for today from the book. September 25th. Living up to my potential is up to me. Doing great is my choice. So I never underestimate myself or what I can do. When it comes to what I can accomplish and the positive good I can achieve, I never count me out. I always count me in. Yes, you do, because you are so valuable, full of unlimited potential. Do you think that you are limited? You know, it's really funny. When I ask you the question, do you really think you're unlimited? Do you really think that you have no limitations, that you can do, be, change, create, have absolutely anything? I hope that you do believe that, and I hope that you at least want to believe it, because you can ask any neuroscientist, any researcher in neuroscience, and they'll tell you that you were born with unlimited potential, and that you could have been anything, and what became your limits, anything that has become a limitation for you, are the programs. You got programmed, and that those programs are your mental programs from your parents, your teachers, your siblings, people that influenced you, television, internet, commercials, the media, religion, spirituality, anything at all that was repeated, neuroplasticity. So repeated, and then the outcome is whatever that was repeated because you began to believe it. It became truth for you because it was, a belief is simply a thought that is thought over and over and over and over and over again, meaning it's repeated in your brain, and then it becomes a truth. It becomes a belief. And then what happens? We talk about that little cascade of events, that goes, right? First it's your programs, right? Whatever it is that was repeated to you, and you came to believe it. Then there's the belief. Okay, so there's the belief. Then there's the thinking around that, like the attitude around that, and you just go down that little cascade of events all the way to your outcome. So it's really your attitude, then your feelings around that, and then your actions or behaviors that you take around that, and then your outcome. So it's just like this little cascading chain of events that happens. Or you can say, programs up here, and here starts, and then do, and your outcome is that part of it. Or you come like this or like that, or but the point is, it flows. It's a flow, like a flow chart, and that's how it works. And so you change your programs, and you can change your beliefs. And so when I tell you that, and I ask you if you think you are unlimited, and you might say, well, I don't have enough money. That's a program. And that might be true at the moment that you don't have enough money, at the moment, but could you change that? Could you have enough money tomorrow? Could you have creativity to create the money that you are looking to create? So it's really interesting when you decide that you want to do something different in your life, to take responsibility and to create your own life in the way that you want to create it, to have, become, or do, or see, or become, did I already say that, or have, any of those things. It's all up to you. You are not limited in any way unless you say you are. And then if you say you are because you believe you are, you have created that limit. And that limit has been created because of a program that you have come to believe, because somebody told you what you couldn't do, or what you couldn't become, or what you couldn't have, or what wasn't possible. And it was repeated often enough that all of a sudden it became true for you. And now it's a belief. So now that you know that, and this is called neuroplasticity, the brain is plastic, you can rewire it, you can change those all the neurons and create new neural pathways in the brain that are like these paths of negative thinking, paths of positive thinking. It's not positive thinking, it's programs wired into the brain, just like electrical, like circuits. Like, just say the dishwasher works or it doesn't work, right? It's plugged in or it's not plugged in. All the wires are working together to make it all work, right? It turns on, everything works. The water comes out, the soap dispenser opens up, and all of that, all the combination to help it, to support it, to do its goal. And its goal it was programmed to do, like a computer is programmed to clean the dishes. If it's not working right, you might have stuck on food or it's whatever it is. But the goal is for it to clean all your dishes. A program for you might be to excel in every area of your life, have success in every area of your life. So you change the programs for each area that you want to have success in: your personal development, your health and fitness, losing weight, or having financial strength, or having your self-esteem, growing it stronger and stronger, or whatever it is, your relationships, any of that. Those programs, and you want to wire in those programs so that you have success in every area of your life. Look at, here comes we took that like 3 nights ago now. Whee! So, are you unlimited? The answer is yes. Do you know that you are unlimited? The answer is, I don't know. Do you know that? Do you know that you can be? Again, I just want you to consider, if you research a little bit about neuroplasticity, or if you follow me long enough, or if you read like Dr. Shad Helmstedter's book, this is Dr. Shad Helmstetter. If you read his book, The Power of Neuroplasticity, you'll really understand. You'll also understand who you hang around with, that they literally can lift you up or bring you down and reprogram and rewire your brain. It's almost as if one of the things that he says in that book, and it just was so powerful, or is so powerful in The Power of Neuroplasticity, in his book, Dr. Shad Helmstetter's book. And he says that, would you, if you understood that your best friend or somebody, to say all your group of friends, and you understood how they're rewiring your brain, would you, knowing that they are rewiring your brain, would you take like the input part to the brain at the computer, the keyboard? Would you take that keyboard that anyone could type into it, because the world is typing into our keyboard all the time, but when you know it, you get to create and change and stop those programs. You get to edit and monitor what you say, your self-talk. But when you don't know it, here's your keyboard, and you're guarding it when you understand neuroplasticity and understand the power of your own brain. But when you don't know, it's like, here's the keyboard, right here world, here's the keyboard, and they're like, do, you're going to buy this, you're going to do this, you're going to think this, you're not going to have enough of that, you have to use our service in order to get a home, you have to da all this stuff, right? Because they're typing, or they're putting everything in. It's like, okay, let me type this into your brain, I'll program you. When you know it, you stop it. But what friend, any of your friends, what friend would you hand your keyboard to and say, I trust you, I know that I'm going to give you this board for 36 hours, or let's say 3 days, right? I'm going to give it to you for 3 days, and you're going to guard it and trust it. You can type absolutely anything into it that you want. What friend do you have that you can trust with that keyboard to your brain? Do you have a friend that you could trust and you know that they would only type the very best things to lift you up? Or do you know that they would be typing stuff from their own programs that are limited? Because everyone's coming from their own programs. Even right now, I'm coming at you from my programs. But I'm telling you right now, I know that I have some negative programs because I'm constantly working at it that are still in there, but I am rewiring my brain every single day. Every single day, because I'm excelling in times of change. That's one of the things that I am constantly telling you. If you've been with me, you know that there's a lot going on with my husband. Actually, I have some good news that I'll share today. He's just doing way better. I'll just bluntly say this. I just took him off all the medicines. And I do not believe in these are my programs. So take it with whatever you will. I am not a believer in these drugs. I'm just not. And I know some can help. I believe that everything has value. And at some point, maybe something can help, like some of the medicines, and I'm talking about pharmaceutical medicines, can help quickly to keep one alive, or they can do something, right? But I believe that for the most part that they are not healthy for the body, that they are foreign to the body, and that over time, especially when you mix them with any of the others, you have absolutely no idea what the outcome of all of that is. And it's like pouring, I don't know, just think about colors. You can do blue and green, or blue and yellow, and you get green, right? And you know that that's what you're going to get. But then you pour in orange and pink and maybe some pink and yellow put together, and then you get black or some brown or something, but you have absolutely no idea what all the colors are. You know it's going to come out to be like this crazy thing of mostly dark and whatever. You just know it's not going to be. His name is Mark that drives that, by the way. The limo, there it goes. But you know that it's not going to be clean, and it's going to create something that you don't even know what it is. So that's how I feel about medicine. And because he was definitely going the wrong way in all of this, no matter what we were doing, he just was going the wrong way, and he had a really crap arsey attitude. and he could get a little bit sharp on business stuff, just things that were logical, not even logical, just didn't have any emotion or anything tied to it, just really interesting. And then but on anything that he had to be an adult about, he was childish, would throw tantrums. It's the weirdest thing. It's been the weirdest experience to see. I would almost think, and because I don't know this, but if I had a parent with dementia and they would be in and out, at least I knew when they were in knowing me and everything, I would know that something was going on with them. And at least they would know me, and they would be that kind, or whatever they were, they would be that person. Steve was not that person. Steve, he would seem like he was in instead of out, I'm saying in and out of things, in and out of cognition and stuff. And he would be very unkind, and he'd say some very mean things. And he did some very mean things, and not always, but a lot. And then he was always almost so tired all the time. Say always. He'd seem so tired. ¿Qué fue eso, hija? Something seemed to fall on the motorhome. It wasn't manna from heaven. It sounded more like a bunch of birds flying down. But so anyway, it's been going like that, and he's been so weak. So he's been in bed for over 3 months now, and it was just, I just said, just take him off the medicine. Just take him off. And that was yesterday at 1:11. Texas time. and it's like it's leaving his system, like the medicine's leaving his system. He's still on the medicine that keeps the fluid off of him, because his heart is not, they say that his heart's not very strong. So I don't know what he has left, but I wanted to give him, okay, let's wait for this big old truck. So many trucks around here using diesel because they a lot of fifth wheels, so they're like turtles, they carry their shell on the back, they're home. So anyway, he's off of pretty much everything except for that, and he's just in the last day since 111 yesterday. He's starting to. He even said he was sorry about. He's like, I'm sorry. He said, I'm so sorry. I'm such a mess. And I was like, wow, wait. I almost fainted. I was like, what? I was like, babe, it's okay. It's okay. You're coming to. And boy, if anything has shown me that these medicines and stuff, while they were supposed to, I'm just going a little too deep for you, but the thing is, all of this, I wanted to give you an update on him. And yesterday was a pretty difficult day, so that's why I did a makeup I did the day before yesterday, or yesterday's. I did that today, and then today I'm doing today because I'm so happy today. Like, for once I feel hope, and hope. People say hope's a beggar. I've even said hope's a beggar, and that's because there's really nothing outside of you that can help save you or any of that kind of stuff. But on planet Earth, it's a very interesting, because I teach practical spirituality. So the practical spirituality is the spiritual experience or spiritual journey and the human experience. Well, we're having both at the same time. We are both at the same time. We're both the spirit and we are the human at the same time. So and until spirit leaves us, we are animated by spirit. So I wouldn't be breathing and doing this and that and getting excited and being sad and all the things, nor would you if you didn't have spirit coursing through your body. You would just be a lump of clay, a lump of body that didn't move. So that's what's moving through you. Call it energy, quantum energy, spiritual, spirit, call it something, higher self, anything you want to call it. But it's divine. It's not something that we can say, this is how you have life. We can talk about the Big Bang and and how we came across, but who controls your breathing? You don't even have to think about your breathing. Most people don't have to think about their breathing unless they have a dis-ease or something. But, breathing, and it's funny, when you do have that, it's like, wow, you really are thinking that's a gift, that your breathing is a gift. And walking or standing up or sitting up or any of the things, you recognize that these things are, to take them for granted until you don't have them. It's a very interesting experience, and I do speak from experience on quite a few things that I took for granted back then and I no longer do. Just living these autonomic system that we have for things, but that's spirit flowing through us, and we can shut. The overall. So that is what animates us. So I don't know where I was going with that, except I'm going to go back to your potential and from the passage today, because you are unlimited. You're absolutely unlimited. And all that potential is untapped because you have programs. You were programmed. And with the self-talk, the only way that I know to do it easily, and I've said this many times, because I love Joe Dispenza and I love his meditations, and I love that he and like Bruce Lipton, and there's so many that talk about you can change your biology and how you can do it, and I 100,000,000,000% believe that. I absolutely do. I believe we do create our own reality. by our thinking, which is why I got certified and became a life coach with the Life Coach Institute with Dr. Chad Helmstetter, certifying me in that, and becoming a self-talk trainer, because your self-talk, your self-talk, what you say when you talk to yourself, it matters, and it matters a lot because it's energy. Your words matter, your thoughts matter, because they are creating your reality. If you have road rage and you're really angry at some car that cut in front of you or something like that, you literally are creating, you are making something, putting something in your, you're putting the energy out there that is a negative, low frequency emotion, and all of that. Look, we have a whole family passing by, just walking through. So, but you are the one that is in charge of I knew that. I was trying not to. Hey, Happy Beans. Can you see Happy Beans? But you are the one that is creating that reality. If you're angry and you're yelling at the car, or the person driving the car in front of you, and you're just getting really like all that frequency, you're putting that out to the entire world. So not only do you feel that, but you're also bringing in, like, you're surrounding yourself with that kind of energy, that very low frequency energy, and you feel it, like you feel angry, and it's just like, and it's almost like and chemically, like physiologically, biologically, like physiologically, meaning these chemicals, chemicals, you're releasing like all these chemicals, and they're just flooding through your body, which will last for hours, by the way, of this anger, and all these molecules going through, and they just flood your body. So chemically, you're altering your body, and then your words, like the words you say, they're just like going out, and they're matching that frequency, that vibration. They're matching others, and so you're going to see more cars that piss you off, or that guy or that girlie, whoever's driving, they might do something like put on their brakes in front of you, and they might keep it up, or you might go off, and then you go off, it's like, I'm just going to get off the road, and then you go off the road and you go into a dead end or you run into a place where you are all of a sudden it takes you longer to get to work or get to where you're trying to go, because there's more traffic, but you stay in that frequency and you create that. And so, because you're vibrating at that frequency. So when you are manifesting, it's about we're kind of going in a long, I'm talking about a lot of stuff that I've talked about throughout all of my videos, just different pieces of that. But when you understand that your unlimited potential, you start really paying attention to your words, and you start paying attention when you understand neuroplasticity and the power that you have to change your reality. You start paying attention to your thoughts, to your words, to your outcomes, to what you say when you talk to yourself, because and you can change. And where I was going with Joe Dispenza and changing your biology and all of that, I'm talking about your self-talk. And you can change that self-talk, which changes your beliefs, which changes your actions, which changes your attitudes, which changes your actions. And then that changes your results, your outcomes of what you're doing in your life. So it's like a summer day here. It's so beautiful on September 25th here in the big Texan RV ranch in Amarillo, Texas. But it's really powerful. And the way to do that very quickly, and this is where I started this part, and I went round and round to Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton, but Greg Braden, when you change your self-talk, it's really powerful. And the way to do that, the quickest way to do that, rather than the real lengthy meditations and repeat, because that's a big part of the neuroplasticity. You got to repeat all of this over and over and over again. It's Dr. Chad Helmstetter's app, which is the positive self-talk app that I always put in the description of everything I do, and that is because it works. It absolutely works. I've been doing it for a year, almost a year at this point, in a few days. Actually, I think it is a year about now. And it has been transformative for me. And I would not have been able to excel in this time of change, and I'm still continuing to excel, and I'm going to help you to continue to excel, to excel in your times of change. If you want a life coach to help you walk through your times of change, all you have to do is email me at linny@linnymotivates.com with the word winner in the subject, or anywhere in there that you'd like to work with me as your life coach, and I'll send you my in fact, I'll probably put a link to my packages that I have. But it's really powerful, because we're going to come right back to the very beginning of this. Is, do you believe that you have unlimited potential? And I hope that you at least believe that. And now I hope, after all this, that you know, scientifically proven, that you can change your programs. You can rewrite and rewire your circuitry, your neurocircuitry in your brain to have success, to find success, to create success in every single area of your life when you repeat the right programs for you. There goes, see, there goes. Whee! The limo goes to the big Texas steakhouse. You can do that. You can do that so easily. And this is why I say, which is the easiest way, the most quickest way, and that is listening to that self-talk, because you choose the programs for mastering goals, for taking control of your time, for positive relationships, for creating wonderful relationships in your life, for being able to sell. Like, you're changing the way that you think about that, the way you believe about that. Even me as a salesperson, before, when I did commercial real estate, and I'd have to knock on doors, and I didn't like doing that. I did not enjoy that, not even one little bit. What the part I enjoyed was when the people who were just wanted to have fun with me and talk to me and all of that. But mostly it was like, yeah, I'm really busy. No, you can't get past me, the gatekeeper. And no, we're not interested in renewing our lease, or we're not interested in moving to one of your buildings or to a building. And this cold calling wasn't a lot of fun. And so that rejection, it feels like rejection. It's not. Those are our programs saying, oh, you rejected me, because we're in a world of lack, right? Because for a lot of people, you think some of the people who are really great salespeople, do they care? It's like, they don't even care. They just make the calls and they make the money and all of that, because they don't care. You see them, and I see them as, they don't care about rejection. But maybe you and me, our programs are like, I don't like rejection. It's no fun. And it could just absolutely be, yes, those are your programs, and maybe it's not rejection. Maybe it's just something you don't want to do in the first place. Maybe you didn't believe in the product or whatever it was that you were selling. But if you're selling something that you absolutely believe in, and you have that, then there's a program to help you to overcome all of that. The fear of selling, like to have success at selling absolutely anything. And because it's just a program that we think we're getting rejected. And it's the wrong target, it's the wrong audience, or whatever it is. So it's never about you. It's about the person doesn't need what you're offering, or the company doesn't need what you're offering, or whatever it is. But I'm talking about the programs in the self-talk, this self-talk language that Dr. Shad Helmstetter has created for us, and you can find that it's an app, and it's very easy. You just download it. You get 30 days free. And you can add up to 6 people. You can have up to 6 people on that app. It's a super generous offer, and that will help you to change your programs, which will then, your mental programs, which will then change your beliefs, your attitudes. We're going down that, and then your behaviors or your actions, and then your results, your outcome. And so you can totally change that and have some really good results. And then you too, just like I am, just like our daughter Lynette, is finding success, excelling in times of change, finding success in every single area of our life, and we are flowing through things. It doesn't mean that we don't have really difficult days that are difficult to deal with, that where we don't cry, because it is the human experience, and we're here to live that fully. So if we didn't have those times that were difficult or hard or any of that, or we'd cry full of grief or sadness or whatever those things are, how would we have, that's contrast. How would we know what the other side, the joy, the peace, and all of that, and be able to just embrace that and live that fully and love that and enjoy it? We wouldn't. Nor would you. That contrast is so important to have, so you can see like what you really want. And then you can focus on what you really want. And then, like we talked about manifesting, then you can choose that frequency at which you want to live. And then you live in that frequency, that vibration that we're talking about. Like if you have that road rage, you're like, and then you find more and you get off the beaten path and you get late to work or late to this, or you meet other drivers who are just like you, or you go to work and you have a bad attitude which started with that. And then you meet other coworkers who have bad attitudes, and then you start complaining about this and that, and then you get fired, and then it's like, man, I had the worst day of my life. And it all started because of a choice to react because of a program that you had, that somebody got in your way or did something that you didn't like, and it all started there. And you can trace it all the way back and look at what you created, you manifested for that day. Because you alone, as am I, are responsible for creating your own life, your own reality, by your choices, by your thoughts, by your actions, really by your programs. And you can start and change all those programs simply by downloading that app and starting to listen to that very quickly. And I mean quickly, I mean in days. Doesn't mean that you're going to change everything in days, because I'm still doing it, and I still am getting better and better and better in many ways, and my self-talk is better and better. And I catch myself more quickly when I'm having negative thoughts, or even today coming back here, I was like, this car wouldn't let us in, and we were in the wrong lane, and I was like, and I was like, well, Lenny, you want to keep this up? I wasn't driving, my daughter was, but it's like, man, I was like, I think I'm gonna have a quick attitude adjustment, because maybe that person was in the right. Maybe that person, maybe that person was in a hurry. Maybe, it's like, and does it really matter? Can I just smile? Can I just smile and say, it's okay? It's okay. And it's like, neutralizes it. Let me tell you how you neutralize it. It's like, fill yourself with compassion energy. Yeah, that's the human experience. Man, I've been going on and on. I was just really excited to talk to you today. Today has been a really good day. And I've been pretty happy all day. Just that hope. When I was talking about hope is a beggar, right? That there really is nothing outside of us. We are the ones directing everything. We're directing the energy, and so to have hope, we're thinking that something else outside of us is going to save us or change something for us, like someone or something outside of us is going to make something better, and the having hope, but I'm not saying everything in front of what I just said. I'm not diminishing that. I'm saying I felt light on planet Earth for Steve, that it was the drugs that were, because they weren't stopping that, especially one. And I don't know what will happen, with him. I don't know, maybe they were, these drugs were what was helping him to keep going and everything. But, and maybe he just goes away peacefully after this, or, who knows? I don't know. It's up to him. It's his journey. I want to support it, and I've been doing absolutely everything that I could. So long as he has told me, yes, he wants to live, then I honor that, and I do everything in my power. And I really felt that, how you doing? And I really felt that was what I needed to do. And I had communication with his higher self, from my higher self, and I felt very guided and directed to do as I did. And I've been feeling that for quite a while, and I had to get to the point within the system to be able to pull that trigger with the right people around me. And I'm telling you, managing in the 3D world, when you get into the medical system, it is beyond a full-time job. It is beyond a full-time job. So I hope that, at some point in what I teach, I'll be teaching the things that I've learned in unconventional health. They were things that Steve wasn't real interested in doing. He did some, in fact, he did a lot, but there were quite a few more that, just different things that could have helped. I feel that could have helped, but it's his journey, so anyway, some of those things, just, you never know if they might help you or not, and so at some point we'll be talking about that. But for now, we're talking about your unlimited potential and about your self-talk, because that's a big part of it, your programs, and about living up to your potential, and if you see yourself as unlimited. And I hope I've explained that you are unlimited and you just got programmed, and you can rewire those programs to become the stronger programs of that you can do what you can do, what you can become and do and have, all of those things up to you. So I'm going to read this one last time, the way that Dr. Shad Helmstetter wrote it for you for September 25th. Living up to my potential is up to me. Doing great is my choice. It's your choice. Doing great is your choice. So I never underestimate myself or what I can do. When it comes to what I can accomplish and the positive good I can achieve, I never count me out. I always count me in. You rock. I love you so very, very much. Oh, you can do this. You can find your purpose. You can create, whatever. Sometimes I forget my little spiel that I created, but it's true. All of it's true. You actually can do, be, have, change, create absolutely anything. You can. And I believe in you. Absolutely believe in you, that you can find your purpose and all that it has to do, that mission, your purpose, that overarching mission in life is, I know that you can find that. And when you do, look out, world. Look out, world. You'll be so, so happy. You will be so full of peace, and you'll be on your path, and you'll have that direction that we talk about. You'll have that meaning in your life, and you'll have direction, because that's what purpose does for you. As always, shining my light to brighten yours. See you tomorrow. Ciao.